School is nearly out, but the Sarasota County School District may not get a break from parents frustrated with the state's standardized testing.
Protesters lined up moments after Superintendent Lori White explained how her district would handle its third graders facing an extra year after opting out of state testing. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us now with more on the story. Adam?
Well, Scott and Haley, third grade is nationally regarded as the critical point where kids must grasp reading comprehension, and that's why the penalty for not taking the standardized test is so high. Today, parents were irritated to learn Sarasota's only alternatives to opting out will be more standardized testing.
We have civil rights to be people, not human robots.
Bodie Warner opted out of school on Wednesday to defend his decision to opt out of the Florida Standards Assessment Test. Third graders like Bodie risk being held back without providing a reading score on that standardized test.
They're starting the third grade with the idea that every third grader is deficient in reading, and the only way to prove that is to take a test that ultimately goes back and hurts our students, our teachers, and our schools.
Protesting parents lined up after Superintendent Lori White announced the Sarasota School District would only accept the Stanford Achievement Test or a student portfolio made up of smaller tests as alternatives to the FSA.
We have very narrow options for demonstrating that proficiency: the FSA, the alternative assessment SAT-10, or a portfolio.
White admits the state allows portfolios made up of tests already performed during the school year, but she feels that method is too cumbersome for teachers.
We find in this district that the portfolio that has been approved by the state is the easiest way to guarantee that we're meeting the requirements.
Heather Carpenter brought along her daughter's reading test to refute the superintendent's claim.
I think Superintendent White is refusing to recognize the value of the teachers and the work they do in 180 days in the classroom.
White believes the rules are up for little discretion, but says she would support amending current statutes. Some of her students would do the same.
The system is wrong. Placing somebody's whole year passing on one test. Why do you have the 180 days of school then?
Superintendent White says to her knowledge, only one student so far has opted out of the FSA, SAT-10, and student portfolio alternatives in the district. There was no answer on whether or not that child would in fact be held back.